right, welcome back. Day 2, training number 2. We're going to dive into how to take your story, passions, gifts, and skills to grow your coaching business, the truth about signing clients, how to ditch those limiting beliefs about why they'd hire you, and the 3 mistakes about showing up online. Is this you? You've been thinking about coaching for a while. You're watching others coach on topics that you're really passionate and knowledgeable about. You feel like you have all these little business ideas planted here and there. And you've been naturally leading others, giving tips and advice and coaching your friends and family. It's the sign that this path is for you. And when the calling comes, it just gets louder and louder and louder. So my hope, my dream, my desire is that this whisper is now a roar, and you know that it's time. It's time for you to shine. You are more than ready to share your gifts, your passions, and your skills with the world for more impact, time, and freedom than ever before. So what you want to do is look at some of the identities that you've had in the past, labels that you've held, that you've outgrown or that you've grown into, struggles that you've overcome, things you had to grow through. What did you learn? And what was your process and your method to get through those moments in your life? Your story of how you got here begins to be your business brand stories, the top 5 most pivotal moments in your life. For me, it's like when I dropped out of college to study yoga, when I sold everything that I owned to move to Costa Rica, when I quit working for everyone else and I put all that I had onto credit cards to grow my business, when I spent hours in ashrams in India. These moments changed who I was and who I've become. What have you studied and mastered and grown through that's got you to where you are today? And how the heck did you do it? What hobbies, labels, dreams, qualities, struggles? When you get clear on your life, your story, you now have a message and an ideal client that you can provide transformation for. When you know your past dreams and your past struggles, you can begin to speak to other versions of you that are out there, just simply waiting for you to create the offer, to tell the story. Take time to drop into your heart, to get quiet, to reflect on your own life and the conversations that you find yourself having again and again. The lessons, the gifts, the mastery you've experienced. It's important that you drop in and you really reflect and evaluate how you got here, how you've become. If you haven't already, be sure to apply for Amplified Impact so that you can get the bonus training that follows up from this mini course. You're going to be able to take everything that you learn in this training and put it into your online offer. This is what I want to share with you. Why they would hire you are limiting beliefs that my clients come to me and they're like, I'm not the best in my industry. I don't have the most credentials. I don't have the most experience. My price is higher than others. I have less followers than her. None of those things matter. When you bring your story, your past versions of you, and the way in which you interpret the world to your offers, the truth is they're going to hire you because your offer speaks to their desire and your stories resonate with them. Those 5 pivotal moments in your life when you start to talk about those and how they shaped who you've become and what you've grown through and what you've experienced along the way. This is how you get to coach people into arriving to where you are today. And it's your story that they see themselves in. They feel a connection to you in the way that you see the world. When you get clear on your hobbies, your labels, your stories, your qualities, the messaging speaks to them because you understand the past versions of you that are out there. People will hire for the transformation and the outcome. Where am I going to be after I work with you? Where am I going to be after I go through the program? But when they're deciding between this mentor and that mentor, they're going to hire the one that they see themselves in the most. So when you're able to share and express your story and how you've grown and how you arrived here, that's going to be what becomes the magnet for your dream soulmate clients. You can talk all day about, I help women prioritize themselves and fall in love with themselves. Or I help women who are devoted to grow their online business, make more sales and earn more money. I help so they experience. But what's the story that connects you to this work? Why are you so passionate about helping women love themselves, about helping women grow their business? Why are you so passionate about this transformation? And it's like, I know for me, it's because I used to hustle, teaching so many yoga classes a day in a week that there was no time for me to do my yoga, to do my own studies, let alone money in the bank to invest in my growth. And when I was able to become financially wealthy and help more people, taking yoga, meditation, life coaching, and all of my story to help more and more people and have more time, it's like everyone needs to know this secret to get their time back and ultimately to help more people with what they've gone through. So if you're a fitness coach and you have the body they desire, if you're a lifestyle coach and you have the life they desire, if you're a yoga mentor and you have the tools they desire, what parts of your story that got you to the body, the life, or the mentor that you are today? Because I remember when I was becoming a business coach, I felt so scared. It was like I was starting my business all over again. I was like, Amber Hagberg, multi-passionate business. What is my yoga teacher going to think? What if I can't get anyone results? What if this doesn't work? All of those limiting beliefs came back. And I had already served 150 women in my online coaching program for self-love using yoga. How was I having this issue again? And that's when I realized, normalize it. You've never been a business coach before publicly. I was coaching people behind the scenes, but it wasn't on my business profile. It wasn't being announced to the world. So at every single layer that you grow into the next level of you, you might be a Reiki master, you might be a teacher, you might be an underground fitness coach. And now that you're going to fully embody that and start to create your offer and sell your program, there's going to be that again. What we always want to do is look for the evidence of where we did something that was uncomfortable once and we moved through it. So looking for those pieces of your story and to know that, get rid of this idea. I need perfect content. I need to be the perfect human. I'm a business coach, so I always need to be here. I'm a body coach, so I always need to have this. I'm a this. No. People want to see people. People want to see you. Ask yourself, what is it that you're afraid to bring to the table that might hold people back from hiring you? Like a limiting belief is like the market is saturated. Why would they hire me when they can hire her? And that's the parts and pieces of your story that you want to bring. I remember when I was coming out of the closet to be a business coach and I was sharing my story. And so many people were private messaging me like, I can relate to a time that I changed my niche. I can relate to a time that I started to become a coach and I worried what my family would think about me. I worried, like, is there too many coaches like me? Why would they hire me then when they can hire you, Amber? That's so normal. And when you know that there's people out there doing what you desire to do, let's celebrate good times, come on. Why? Because that's evidence that it's needed. Your offer is in demand. And it doesn't matter if there's thousands of people doing what you're doing or none. It doesn't matter if your idea has been created 100 times or none. Your energy, your story, your essence, that's literally nothing no one else can bring to the table. So when you're able to build a brand It's about you. You amplify your you factor, and this is what's going to boost your confidence. When you believe in your story, so will they. What makes you special? What gifts do you just have that you were born with? This will take some time for you to get honest and go inward and see any limiting beliefs, uncomfortability. I told you, we're going to have to lean in. We're going to have to lean into that. And self-doubt, we're going to have to normalize it. But that's the edgy part. So how can you start to show up online in a way that your community begins to feel your heart? This is how you begin to show who you were and where you are now that you've gone after it. People get to see you and your clients' transformation, and they desire that too. And that's what makes the customer journey of where they find you to when they're working with you so beautifully. Because business is a spiritual journey. I mentioned in training number 1, I get to grow alongside of my clients. You get to transform and change alongside of your clients. Clients that went through the self-love coaching program are now in Amplified Impact in my business mentorship. They saw how I've grown and they want to come with me. And this gets to happen for you too. And this is what creates depth. When you're able to show the unique process and how they can implement your teachings, when you get to show your unique process and how they get to implement your teachings into their life, they're thinking about you when you're not even online. And girl, that's exactly what we want. When you start to share your unique process and how they can start to implement these into their life, they're thinking about you even when they're offline. So when you do go to sell an offer that provides the solution or transformation that they want, they will have already been waiting for an opportunity to work with you because they've been learning and growing from you within your free content. This is where they already know you're the dream mentor. They're just waiting for you to put the offer out there. It's like, oh, edgy, no attention on me. You have to claim your badassness. I'm just going to say it. Or like I mentioned before, if you don't believe in your offers, if you don't believe in yourself, how can you expect anyone else? The embodiment practices, the confidence work in the inner game is 50% of business. This is why in Amplified Impact in my group mastermind, doesn't matter what level you're at, we're always working on the inner growth, the inner journey of becoming a better human, more confident, more embodied. So when you go to tell your story, before you even begin, think about these 3 things. What is the lesson? What is your unique process? And how can your community implement and get small wins? When you start from the end to the beginning, it allows you to be more intentional when you're creating content for your soulmate client. So what's the benefit of this? When you embody you and your greatness, when you show up online and you share your story and your gifts with the world, you impact lives, regardless of if they work with you or not. But the byproduct of that is you get to build a successful coaching business that makes money and changes the world. But it starts with you changing you and being able to hold the duality of both. One of my clients, Riley, she said this was her favorite part. The moment that it actually clicked in her mind how to embody her work and in her brain, she was able to launch her program, start showing up, creating content, and actually signing clients. She left me a voice memo, like literally crying, and was like, I now know that I'm on the right path. But it wasn't until the embodiment clicked in my mind. When she started crying, she's like, I know that this is the path. It's like, that's the moment. She had to lean in. She had to do the work, but gosh darn it, it's uncomfortable. But when you go first, the universe responds, and who you become, you attract. Mastering the art of coaching is mastering the art of being human. the best version that you can be. The other day, Jennifer sent me this message and she's like, I had a huge realization on my way to work this morning about why I'm feeling so stuck in my life, in my business, in relationships. This old version of myself that is still hurt and afraid from past relationships. I don't know why I didn't see this before, but as I realized it, something shifted within me. I felt like it was a veil that had been lifted and so much clarity came through. Thank you for holding space for me. She's having a breakthrough about relationships and how it's been holding her back in her life and her business because she's about to launch her coaching program for relationships. This happens every time because as you go, the byproduct is you become. I still can't believe how differently I think and feel. Like the thoughts I'm having and the way I'm going through my day is so different, but feels so good. I'm so happy and grateful for this breakthrough, and I'm excited that I get to share it with you. I'm excited for the next training and actually feel like I'm in a place now where it'll be more impactful. You're the best girl. Another breakthrough from Amplified Impact, where she's shifting the way she thinks and she feels so that she can be the coach. Mastering the art of coaching is mastering the art of being you. Now it's time. Apply for Amplified Impact, get access to the bonus training, and start to create your offer. Your clients are out there literally waiting for you to make the move. And I'm so excited to be celebrating with you. As soon as you apply, I'll send you over the bonus training. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.